Okay, hello everyone. We're back on our YouTube channel, and for this episode, I'm here at Upgrade Labs in Oakville, not too far from my home. If you are in the Toronto area, come by and check it out. But or if you're visiting, send me a DM and I'll tell you how to get here. But I'm here with Karen, one of the owners of the facility, and thanks, Karen, for having us today. Tell us a little bit about your facility here and how you got started and why you got started.
Yeah. So welcome to Upgrade Labs. We are the first biohacking facility here in Canada. We are, this is the brainchild of Dave Asprey, who some of you may know out there. He's a very big influencer and the father of biohacking proper, I guess. So yes, we opened up this facility back in June. I saw a really good opportunity to kind of marry my passion for fitness and health and wellness with high tech and trying to help people look and feel their best. So this was the first one of its kind here, where we offer performance, recovery, and brain health technologies all under one roof. And we have people from all over Canada and the US coming here because we're the only one near for them.
Tell me a little bit about, like you mentioned, your passion in health and fitness and wellness, and I think I'm guessing a lot of your members kind of share that passion, but what kinds of, what are you hearing from the members that are using the facility regularly? Like, what are some of the big benefits that they've kind of shared with you?
Yeah, sure. So first off, we have a lot of different demographics that come here. We have, teenagers that are athletes, that are high performing athletes that come here for some recovery, all the way to the, older population, because all of our equipment is risk-free. We do adaptive resistance, progressive overload on the performance side, and the recovery side we have all medical grade FDA approved equipment, so there's no risk of injury at our facility, all wellness and growth and regeneration here. The reason why I like this facility is because it does offer everything for everyone, and whether you want to perform better, whether you want to recover faster, or whether you want your brain to be functioning a lot better.
I'm a big believer in a lot of the tech you have here for recovery, for healing, that sort of thing, but also for prehab or optimizing performance. So any little edge you can get, if you get a better quality sleep or more energy, it's just worth gold if you're trying to perform at a high level. So yeah, so big believer in that. I had a chance I've been here a few times. There was an event here about a month ago, Marie Gold,
yeah.
Our mutual friend, had a group of us here, and I mentioned in my last video I've been feeling like really superhuman in the last month or so, and coincidentally it was sort of just after I came here and had a chance to do some of the tech. So excited to kind of see how I feel after a day here. We're going to show you some of the pieces they have. And okay, so when someone comes in for the first time, you were saying usually this is the place you'd start to kind of get a baseline, and tell us what this does.
Yeah, so this is made by InBody. This is the 770 model. This determines body composition, so
okay.
Muscle, fat, normal stuff.
Yeah.
But what's unique about this piece is it detects inflammation in the body.
Okay.
So as we know, everything in these days, disease-wise or sickness-wise, it starts at inflammation. Even aging is inflammaging. Yeah. So we work on a lot of preventative stuff here as well as recovery. So this, we kind of get a basis of an internal report card to see what's going on internally.
Okay.
Muscle, fat, as well as inflammation, like I mentioned. But at the end of the day, it also reveals how well our cells are working at creating energy here.
Okay, so it's a good gauge of how things are working.
Right.
Okay, exactly. So I'm going to step on and...
So heels on the circle parts. And then just have your hands by the side for this one part. It's just going to take an overall weight scan.
Yeah.
And once the screen flips over, it's going to ask for your ID, Mel.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Remember, that's your cell phone number. And then you're going to pick up these electrodes straight up. Yep. And thumbs in the circle parts. And then you're going to want to stand like a tree.
Like that?
Yeah, like that. And the screen is going to show you how to stand like that guy. Elbows straight. Yeah, so this is going to read about 50 biodata markers on our body. So it's going to show here on the screen a few, but when a report spits out here in about a minute, it's going to show about 50 biodata markers. And it'll also show your history from the last time you did this, Mel, which is great.
Yeah, so that's, I think through this prep, we're just starting now. So over the next 4 to 5 months, we'll kind of be neat to see.
Yeah, and this is how we usually ask our members to monitor and track their progress here. So it's not just me or us saying it works, we could check by our data. So this is what it looks like.
Okay.
And as you could see, look at your history down there. Your skeletal muscle mass went up already from 6.9 to 72.5.
And then I remember Mike was saying there's a chart that shows weight, muscle mass, and body fat.
That's right.
Which we'll share that another time. But the shape of the curve, if it's
a D shape, yeah. So that makes like a D shape there. Yeah. That's ideally what you want. Yeah. That means that you have more muscle than fat in your body. That's ideal shape you want to be in. A lot of people come in here, they'll be more like a C shape, but you want to trend from C to I to D. That's kind of like the progression we want to see.
And this will show also left to right, kind of it breaks down muscle mass.
Muscle imbalances is down here.
Yeah.
So you can see if you're training properly, if your muscles are balanced, you can see that right here. Your arms are really, really close together. Your legs just a little bit off, but not much. Yeah. And then on the right here, that's where you could see if you have chronic inflammation in your body.
Okay, so if you had like a shoulder injury, you'd be
able to see it. If it's in your right arm, left arm, trunk, right or left
pretty
leg.
Balanced,
You're pretty balanced. Yeah. And you can see a summary here. This is a summary of that, of your body parts.
Yeah.
You're very low on your inflammation, which is a good sign.
Okay. That's great. Okay, so for today, we're gonna do some of the recovery pieces that you have here. And I know sometimes you'd recommend different sequences, depending on, if somebody's going out somewhere later,
or how you want to feel when you leave here. So what we usually recommend is if you're doing performance and recovery, or just performance or just recovery, kind of figure out what you want to do.
Okay.
For you, it's just recovery. So it doesn't really matter too much what order, unless you want to feel more energetic when you leave or more relaxed when you leave. So I always ask that question.
Okay.
The only thing, if you're building muscle here using our OxFit machines, we always say do cryo before, because cryotherapy will bring down that inflammation and the muscle that we're just trying to build. We don't want to do that right away after.
Okay.
So we do cryo first, get that dopamine level up, then we work out, then we recover. That's kind of like the sequence.
Okay.
But if you're just recovering, it doesn't really matter. It's just a matter of how you want to feel.
Okay. Yes.
Right same manufacturer.
Yeah, because I went in, it was the same paddle and everything.
So we just call it the red charger. Because it's red light therapy, plus it charges your cells as well. So remember I was saying, give our cells that energy production. This bed will do both things, which I love. So a whole bunch of things in the menu to choose from, anywhere from bringing down inflammation to reducing pain to liver, to skin, to brain, anything you want to work on is there. And then if you have, unfortunately, if you do have, like, let's say an autoimmune disease, we do have settings on here for autoimmune stuff as well, like Lyme disease and fibromyalgia, arthritis, anything like that as well, we can target with this piece of machine.
And that'll adjust the light frequency
all automatically.
Depending on,
It's the photomodulation, it's the frequency, the flickers of the lights.
Okay.
And it has red, near infrared, and green light, which green light is proving to be even more healing than red light. So it has all those three combinations, and the way the settings are, it just depends on the frequencies that are emitted. Yeah.
I was reading before we came about, there's you can Google this, but there's some synergies with methylene blue, hot thing in the biohacking community these days, and red light, like using them together. I think some studies have been done on depression, but there's, and I won't get the science right, but one's contributes an electron and one contributes a photon, I think. So together, like, there's some synergistic
very much so.
benefits.
Yeah, so. It just brings out the effectiveness of the methylene blue when you add red light therapy on.
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to turn blue or anything.
No, definitely not.
Okay, so what do you think for today?
So today,
for demo, we'll just do a demo.
Yeah, we'll just demo. We'll do a muscles, because why not? We'll do muscles, and then if you want to just press start, just to get this feel of the lights, if you just want to see what it looks like.
Yeah. So just, I guess you could do it in your clothes, eh?
Yeah. I mean, the more skin, the better, but. Okay, and then just close that up. Have a little bit of a lay down here.
Okay.
We'll tuck you in. Now this is a full body mat. So this will get all the way from your upper chest all the way to your ankles. but you'll feel it more in your trunk because we have more tissues and water and mitochondria in our trunk because we have more stuff there.
Yeah.
So you'll feel it more here, even though it is servicing or doing your whole body.
Okay.
Okay.
And so in this blanket, this cover, the coil goes right through.
Yes.
And on the bottom piece as well.
On the bottom piece as well. And they got a north and south pole, so that's how they get that magnetic frequency to happen, and it pulses through those waves through your body.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the pulsed electric magnetic frequency.
Yeah.
And we're talking a little bit. There's PEMF mats that you get for home use. I actually have one.
Yeah.
But tell us a bit about the difference between this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of at-home versions now of PEMFs because they're becoming very popular.
Yeah.
And they're great for home because you can use them every day.
Yeah.
And that's great. But if you don't have the time, we come into an Upgrade Labs where you only have to do this 1, 2, 3 times a week, because at-home versions will have about up to 1,000 Gauss, which is the measurement of electromagnetic waves that are pulsing through. This one, which is made by Hugo, which is a German product, is 12,000 Gauss. So it's a lot more powerful. So you don't need to do this every day. In fact, we don't recommend you do this every day.
Supercharged.
Yeah, every other day is fine, or up to 3 times a week is kind of what the sweet spot is.
Okay. And the kinds of benefits that
so
this would offer?
This is more for pain management or injury healing. It also recharges the cellular functions in our body as well. So again, down to that cellular function, it reduces inflammation and puts the charge back into our cells to make more energy for us. If we have good energy in our body, the body will stimulate itself to do repair itself, and that's kind of what we want. So we get some complimentary red light therapy on our face, because why not? And this one is a little bit different than our red light therapy beds. This has red, near infrared, and yellow light in it. The red is collagen building all day. The near infrared penetrates the deepest into our skin to really turn over our scalds. And then the amber light takes away any sunspots from our skin that we don't like. And then this cycle here is about 12 minutes. So I'm going to turn it on. And then I'm going to adjust the intensity level to where Mel feels it's enough intensity for her. So at first you're going to start to feel a little bit of like a tapping sensation.
Yeah, it's already on my left side.
Yeah. And then you start to feel the pulses coming in. And you tell me when you feel that sweet spot, Mel, where it's just enough intensity, it's not hurtful, but you could feel it as well.
That's good there.
Good like that?
Yeah.
So you feel it on the left side today.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Now, do you have any previous pulls, strains, or did you work out harder on the left one day, or anything happening on the left side?
My left shoulder's a little bit stiffer.
So that makes sense.
I feel like in the left lat, so the back.
Interesting.
And last time I felt more in the hips.
hips.
I still feel it there, but not as
much.
Just focused,
yeah, so it'll find those spots in your body that are protecting for whatever reason, scar tissue or previous injury, and it'll start to target those spots first. Then once it starts to pass through freely, it may target another area of your body. So you may feel it shift during the cycle. Yeah, that's a good idea.
So we're gonna do 2 minutes, 45.
Whatever you want to do. It's up to you.
We'll do 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay.
And
what level?
Should we go extreme? Let's go extreme.
Yeah.
Want to go extreme?
We do extreme. Let's do it. Let's try it.
All right.
And then you could always, tap out. You can always tap out. You're not necessarily in there for that long. For that amount.
You just put 30 more seconds on.
I tried to cheat. Yeah. Okay, ready? I'm gonna go on this side for you.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Let's start here.
Ready?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. Yeah, it's quite a bit different than being in a cold plunge. So I find like the drier, cold, a little bit easier to handle. Yeah, I think cold plunge for me it's harder, but yeah, it's great. You feel really all the blood rush to your
You do.
core.
And glowing.
Yeah, so what's
Just
different
being
with this is the breath, I think.
The breath,
so you're breathing in very, very cold
Very
air,
cold.
which is slightly different from a cold one.
Very much so. And if it bothers you, like it does bother me, I suggest wearing like a mask.
Just yeah.
So yeah, just prevents that.
Yeah, this is
cold air.
great. And having your ears covered is good. Okay, so this has been great. Thanks so much, Karen, for hosting me today and for talking a little bit about the facility. Looking forward to integrating some of these modalities in my prep and ongoing. See if we can get some of those numbers even better. So thanks so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I have a very strong feeling that your numbers will improve and will get better over time as well.
Thank you.